Okay. In the last class we did the virtual work thing, na? You remember, everyone, students? So now what we shall do is we shall have a continuation of that, huh? So did you understand the numerical in the last class? Hello. What happened to my network? I don't understand. Did you understand the numerical in the last class?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया था? तो उसके बाद
Yes, sir.
हम्म, ठीक है. So I define certain terms, right? D'Alembert's principle and all. Did you understand? So did you understand the D'Alembert principle? Hello. I also follow the network. Can you see the screen? Hello. Can you see the screen of mine? Can anyone say yes or no?
No, sir. No, sir.
दिखाई दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है. हेलो.
नहीं नहीं दे रहे
देखा
सर.
पाने नहीं. देखा पान. ओके. Wait, wait. So we discussed regarding. Okay, let me speak something. Then I'll try to again change the scene. So we discussed Newton's laws of motion, huh? In the first law and second law, and you were asked to solve some numericals, as far as I remember. Ah, so can you see the screen now? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So in the second numerical, a body has 50 kg mass on Earth. Find its weight on the Earth, where G equal to 9.8 on the and then on the Moon, where G is equal to 1.7, and on the Sun, where G equal to 270. So were you able to solve this numerical? I think so. I remember I discussed about this. तो बोलो तो solve कर सक did you remember solving this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So were everyone was able to solve this?
Sir.
Okay. So the solution comes like this. So F equal to mg. Hmm. So F equal to mg. So in place of acceleration, we just put the acceleration due to gravity, which one is g, and then eventually we just solve the numerical. That's also, so first of all, our force is the same, na. So what we did is, if our force is same, so we just put the values of g, and just in place of those g, we just put a different g values, and eventually we are able to solve it. Okay. Okay, then if you have done it, everyone, I thought someone will do. Can you see the screen? Answer দেখা পাইছা নে কিবা? নেটৱৰ্কৰ ইমান প্ৰব্লেম হৈ আছে আজি।
No, sir.
নাই ন?
No, sir.
ৰ'বা নেটৱৰ্কৰ ইমান প্ৰব্লেম হৈ আছে। Network is having so much issue. Just a minute. Sharing it, but it's not coming actually. Okay, can anyone say me what is meant by Newton's third law of motion? Let us discuss in this manner only. What do you mean by Newton's third law of motion? I think so. Okay, chalo, let us start with the D'Alembert's principle. So, according to D'Alembert's principle, it states that if a rigid body is acted by a system of forces, suppose a system of forces is acting on a rigid body, then this system will be reduced to a. Can you see the screen now? Hello, just say me that. Can you see the screen now?
Sir, yes, sir.
Ah. So D'Alembert's principle means what? Okay, I switched to a different network. Okay, D'Alembert's principle states what? States that if a rigid body is acted upon by a system of forces, this system may be reduced to a single resultant force whose magnitude, direction, and line of action may be found out by the methods of graphic statistics. Now you all know that P means what? This P means F, F for force. Okay, so F equal to ma, where m is the mass and acceleration a is the acceleration. Now in D'Alembert's principle, what we can write is P minus ma is equal to what? 0, because as per the definition, if a rigid body, suppose a body is acted by a system of forces, that means different forces systems are acting on the body, then this system may be reduced by a single resultant force, whose magnitude, direction, and line of action may be found out by the method of graphic statics. That means what? By the method of graphic and statics, we can find out the magnitude and direction and the line of action. Line of action means what? The line or an imaginary line, I would rather say, on which the what? The forces will act. Okay. So now, if you can say that F equal to ma, you can write in place of F P. P means what? The force. Okay. So if the P is the force, then P minus ma is equal to what? 0. So in this way, we can simply put it as in this equation. That means P minus ma is equal to 0. Now, you just try to do this numerical. Okay, before doing the numericals, do you know that units of velocity? I mean, the equations of motion. Three equations are there now. Do you have any idea regarding that? Do you have any idea regarding that? Charles,
Yes, sir.
बोल सकता है क्या क्या है? Three equations of motion. Number one is what? Number one is V equal to U plus AT. Then number two is S equal to UT plus half AT square. Then number three is what? V square equal to U square minus twice what? AS. So these are the three equations of motion. using these three equations, what we can do is we can just solve all the problems that are arising. Now, if you can see my screen, can you see anything on the screen?
No.
No?
No, sir.
ठीक है रुको. अभी दिख रहा है? हेलो, अभी दिख.
Yes, sir.
हाँ ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
These are the three equations of motion. V equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, and v square equal to u square plus twice as. So these three equations states what? Number one is u is what initial velocity, v is what final velocity. हाँ, तो a क्या है? एक्सेलरेशन है. तो हम लोग एक ही जगह में क्या पुट कर सकता है? इफ इज नीडेड, हम लोग एक ही जगह में क्या पुट कर सकता है? इन प्लेस ऑफ a व्हाट वी कैन पुट? एक ही जगह वी कैन पुट
G.
जस्ट g. हाँ, गुड, वेरी गुड. We can put g. Then v is what final velocity, u is what initial velocity, a is what acceleration, and s is what distance. So using these three equations, now what we'll try is we'll try to solve one example or numerical. ठीक है? In this numerical, what happens? A body of mass 7.5 kg is moving with a velocity of 1.2 meter per second. If a force of 15 Newton is applied on the body, determines its velocity after 2 seconds. So you will have to determine the velocity after 2 seconds. How will you determine the velocity after 2 seconds? Can anyone say? So first of all, just we are given what? The mass of the body. Then velocity is 1.2. So we'll have to find out the velocity after 2 seconds. So if the mass of the body is 7.5 kg, so if the mass of the body is 7.5 kg, 7.5 kg, then what we can do is, Kabam, you can't see anything. Can you see now? Kabam,
No,
can
sir.
you?
No,
Me
sir.
too, I cannot see, sir.
No.
No one? No one can see?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Wait. There's so much of issues with the network. এটা দেখা পাইছা? Now you can you see?
Yes, sir.
दिखाई दे रहा
Visible
है
now.
अभी?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So just try to do this one. So here try to understand the concept. So what you'll have to find out. I won't give you the total hint. I'll give you some hints. First of all, a body of mass m is what? 7.5 kg, right? So if m is 7.5 kg and velocity is what? 1.2 meter per second. Now if mass m is velocity given 7.5 kg, velocity is 1.2 meter per second, and the force is given as 15 Newton. Using this relation, if I am writing something on the screen, can you see now that?
Yes, sir.
Using this relation, what can you find out from this question? What can you find out from this question? Look, from so we can find out what is not given. We have given force and it is given mass. Force is what? 15. 15 equal to how much is the mass? 7.5. 7.5 into A. If 7.5 into A is there, we can find out the A. That means acceleration.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So after you find out the acceleration, what happens? F equal to ma is the acceleration, no? So you are given what? The velocity, no? So velocity is given how much? The velocity is given how much?
1.2.
1.2 meter per
1.2 meter
second.
per second, right? If the velocity is given 1.2 meter per second, then that means what? We can just do like this. You can just, what you can do is, you can just apply the first formula. That means this one, v equal to u plus at, the first
Yes.
one. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now if you apply the first formula
Yes,
v
sir.
equal to u plus at, then v means what? Final velocity, na? V means what? Final velocity, na? If the v is final velocity, you know the initial velocity is what? The body is moving at 1.2 meter per second, na? If the body is moving at 1.2 meter per second, then you have to find your initial velocity will be what? 1.2, and the final velocity will be what? V. Now if you put only the expressions, now you got a from that previous one, like we did just now, na? A will be found out like this. Can you find out a? 15 divided by 7.5 is a. दिखाई दे रहा है स्क्रीन पे? स्क्रीन पे दिखाई दे रहा है तुम लोग को?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
15 divided by 7.5 is what? A, na? So A अभी कितना होगा? What will be the value of A?
2.
बढ़िया. So A value will be 2, ना? तो A value 2 होने से क्या होगा अभी? T का वैल्यू कितना है तुम लोग का? इस क्वेश्चन पे T का वैल्यू कितना है?
2.
Okay. So now you can find
2.
out V or not. Can you find out V or not?
Yes, sir.
Try करा. Answer. Everyone try. And tell me the value of V. Okay, Imsong got the answer. He told me. Someone got the answers also. Someone wrote the answer in the chat box. Others, if you are willing to say, you can say, or if you are not willing to say, you just write in the chat box. Good, very good, very good, very good, very good. But remember, students, without writing units, your answer is incomplete. Even if you get the correct answer, you have to write the what? Units. Units तुम लोग को लिखना ही पड़ेगा ना. बिना यूनिट का लिखे कैसा होता है? Okay, chalo. Everyone has wrote the correct answer. Very good. The answer is 5.2 meter per second. So this is the unit. Do I need to explain it? How it comes? That V equal to U plus AT? Or is it okay for all of you? सबको समझ में आ गया है ना?
Yes,
Ansari?
sir.
Okay, good, good. So abhi you are seeing another numerical. Can you see the next numerical? So in this numerical, this is in this numerical. Just which tell me first which equation you will use from the above three.
First one, sir. First one.
Very good.
First
Very
one.
very good. Very good. Now, if you are using first one, then what you'll have to find out again? Just as the previous one only. What you have to find out initially, first of all?
The final velocity.
Yeah, final velocity. So you will use the v equal to u plus at, right? Yes or no? Now, if you are using v equal to u plus at, then what happens is that you are given mass and force. So from mass and force, you will be getting what? F equal to ma. So from that relationship, you will be getting a. A means what? The acceleration. So if you get a acceleration, after that, what you can find out is once you are getting the acceleration a, then you can find out using that relation v equal to u plus at. Sorry, using the relationship v equal to u plus at, you can just find it out those v's, right? Now for finding out the v's, what happens is here, for finding out the v's, what happens, in this question there are two terms, there is a catch. Now if there are two terms, now if you can see in the question, those terms were what? Number one is along the direction of motion and the other one is opposite to the direction of motion. Now if the force is acting, suppose along the direction of motion, that means it is acting, suppose like this, F, the car is moving like this, so the force is also acting along the direction of motion. So with what will be the expression? V equal to u plus at. Now if it is acting along the direction of motion, then a will be what? Positive or negative? Tell me that. Understanding now what I'm saying? If it is along the direction of motion, then a will be positive or negative. Imsong gave a very correct. Imsong gave a correct answer. Can anyone others say if a force is acting along the direction of motion, a will be positive or negative? Any idea? Force is suppose acting in the direction of motion, then it will be what? Positive. Simple. Huh? Now if it is acting in the opposite direction of motion, then acceleration will be what? Negative. That means we'll have this expression v equal to u minus minus 80. Because now if you are having v equal to u minus 80, then force is acting in the opposite direction, and in the direction of motion it is this one. Now can you solve it? First of all, you will have to find out v equal to u plus 80. So a is same only, just the sign will be different. This one will be what? Different. This one will be what? Different, this sign. Can you solve it, students? Just try solving it out. Insong answer galat hai. The answers are not correct. Ansari gave one answer. Insong answers are not correct. Your answers are not correct. Okay. Please have a look at it once more. You have done a mistake somewhere. Take some time and try to solve it out. Ansari, your first answer is correct. What about the second one?
Sir, doubt, sir.
Ida or Zagwa?
Acceleration to minus हो sir, opposite होले sir. Velocity minus हो sir.
हाँ কি बोला?
Velocity
You
to
said
minus हो नहीं sir. Velocity negative हो.
better you ask in English because everyone will understand then, na? What you said? The velocity will be what? I'm sorry, what you said? The velocity will be negative.
Sir, acceleration will negative, then velocity will also negative, sir.
No. Acceleration is negative, then how can velocity be negative? If acceleration is negative, the velocity is moving in the other direction, na? Yes or no?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, the force is acting in the other direction. That means what? Suppose if you can see here in this one, wait. If you can see in this figure, in this figure, the one that I'm moving now, what happens is that if the force is acting in this direction, okay, then it is positive because the body is moving in this direction. Now here, if the force is acting in this direction, can you see the arrow, the other arrow? So that means what?
Yes,
The
sir.
body is moving in this direction only. That means your u will be a positive only. U will be positive only because the body is moving in the direction. The car is moving. Huh? The car is moving. Huh? But what happens? The direction of moving of the car is also same, but the force that is applied, it is applied in the opposite direction. প্রথমতে পিছৰ পৰা ধাক্কা দিছিলে, এতিয়া আগৰ পৰা ধাক্কা দিছে। বুজিলা?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dhruva, your answer is not correct. Maybe you made some mistakes. Just check it out once more. Many people have got 25.8 and this one. How can it be 25.8? Now, answer you just said like that, na? The velocity is not negative. Why? We had that doubt. Now, one more point I would like to add in that. So, in that point, what happens? If the force is applied in the opposite direction, first of all, initially the body is moving in the one direction. Na? Now, if the force is applied in the opposite direction, means what? The body is moving in some opposite directions after the application of force. After the application of force, only the body is moving in opposite direction, not before the application of force. So definitely this there will be no change in sign. Okay, I'm sorry. Understood?
Yes, sir.
I'm just showing you the solution. So this one is the solution, huh? Now here, if you can see, we'll discuss this numerical again in the next class. Okay. Now what you can see here, you found out the acceleration. Now after that, v equal to u plus at. Now here a is what? 0.4. So you got a positive a, and then you got the answer. That one is correct for answer. Many people has done it wrong. Now in the second one, v2. V2 is the what? When the force act in the opposite direction of motion. The time will be same. Everything is same. And remember, the time is given in minutes. You have to convert it to seconds because velocity unit is meter per second, not meter per minute. That is why most of you have done that wrong. Huh? Now after that, what will happen? You just put it minus here, and you will just get this answer. Simple. Okay. Minus sign means velocity is vehicle is moving in the opposite direction. Only answer by Kato is correct, but in Kato's answer it's yeah, negative. Yeah, mu your answer is correct. Then Kato your answers are correct. Both of your answers are correct. Good, very good. Hmm.
Hello.
Hello, bolo Tamazat. I can't hear you.
Applications.
I can't hear you
Sir.
anything. क्या बोला? मुझे कॉल करो तो उसके बाद मैं देख लूंगा क्या है. I can't hear you. You call me.